Hey there everyone. In the area behind me you can see the volleyball section of a property. Grass all over. There's about 20 tons of sand here and the grass is just growing through it. So it's been here for at least 8 years and nobody's had any interest in playing in it until recently. So we're going to try to dig this up with the box blade and see if we can bring it back to life. How about this big boy? That's a 6-foot box blade on a 1025R. I'm gonna run it with all 6 rippers down, see how it goes. I might have to take a few of them back up. Oh yeah, top links are awesome. If you don't have one, you should get one. Now I don't know if these rippers are actually making it better or making it worse. So I'm gonna try without. You know, look at that. I'm trying to be productive and they're messing up my work. So after some trial and error, the best combination I found with the box blade is to have 3 rippers down and 2 up. And that's the way I finished out the project. Oh, look at that. Happy chicken. What'd you find? Oh, me. This is one of those jobs where it's going to get a whole lot worse before it gets better. Just to see how deep it is, I went in like this, and it looks like there's about 8 or 9 inches of sand on top of this fabric. You got witness? I bet it's that O-ring right there. It looks like it's just loose, and maybe a wrench will have me back in business. I'm probably going to have to let this thing cool down before I work on it. So, you know, if something isn't breaking, then you're not working hard enough. And I can't even touch that yet. The awkward part of this is that I have to take off a fitting that's good just so I can put a wrench on the one that's bad. Oh yeah. And that red dye helps a whole lot. If you don't have it in your hydraulic fluid, you can get it. I've seen some on Amazon. I'm actually using the deer dye, but I think it's all just red, and it doesn't matter which brand you get. Now these don't have to be terribly tight because they are O-ring boss fittings. Yeah. Oh no, my cover. Actually, we go all the way off just to make sure that O-ring didn't break. Then I'll put it back together. Yeah, I don't see any tears. It's just loose. This is the wrong size wrench. 1 1/8 is probably a 1 1/16 fitting. But what I can do is apply a little junkyard physics. I'll put a shim in here. And it's just right. That's better. Now put that good one back together. Gosh. And yeah, this is still like 130 degrees. Whoop, whoop. Here we go. Voila. Leak check. Oh yeah. That's more better. So yeah, a 1 1/8 wrench plus a 1mm shim is roughly 1 1/16, kinda. Good enough, as mediocrity says. Hey, if you know of an easier way to do this, leave a comment below. I probably should have used Roundup. I did have a lot of fun with the tractor though. Sometimes it's the seat time that matters. Like the 6-foot box blade, that's a little bit too big for a 1025. It does just fine. Most of the time I don't struggle with traction, I struggle with power. And a lot of people hate on those R4 tires. I really have no reason to complain, because they hardly ever slip on me.